Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is Pet Platypus here on Black Friday. Didn't make a video for the past few days. Thanksgiving, stuff got busy, spent time with family, blah, blah, blah. Now it's Black Friday, where Walmarts across the nation become battle royales for material possessions. But enough social commentary. Two things I want to talk about in this video. Obviously, it's The Legend of Korra, Episode 9, Book 4 review. But first, the Star Wars, The Force Awakens. You can't, I'm not a sweaty nerd if I don't talk about the Star Wars Force Awakens trailer immediately. So, it was awesome. It's obviously a teaser that's going to, a year before the movie comes out. So obviously we're not going to see much, but what we did see was really cool. I thought the droid looked really cool and unique. Not really sure all the actors' names, but I do know it has a really good cast going for it. They look great. The effects look really good, especially seeing as how the movie is, a year away and the effects already look great. Millennium Falcon flying around. A little bit of JJ fucking lens flare in there. I caught that. I got the narration and everything, and you got the Sith dude. I'm assuming it's a Sith because it's a red lightsaber. They're fucking color coordinated in the Star Wars universe. And he has this lightsaber with an extra two things that are there, which people were like, oh, stupid, why he's gonna cut off his own hand. I'm like, okay, one, how? I mean, I guess if he bent his wrist the right way, he could cut off his own hand, maybe, but no, and on top of that, what's the practical use for it? Oh, gee, I don't know, maybe so someone can't slide their lightsaber down and cut your wrist off, what happened in the fucking, and I don't think it happened in the original series, but it happened in the prequels, where Anakin, cut off Count Dooku's fucking hands, basically, by doing that. It's like a little guard, so you can't get your hand cut off. I mean, makes sense to me, but whatever. I thought the trailer was really cool, though. Especially since the movie's, a year out. And really all you had to do is have that shot of the Millennium Falcon and the music playing in the background and everybody across the land jizzes. But with all that other stuff, it was cool. So anyways, Legend of Korra, Episode 4. Not Episode 4. Book 4, I'm sorry. Book 4, Episode 9. This was a pretty damn good episode, actually. Not really for, action or a major amount of story progression. Well, there is some. We see that one dude, actually, that was in Book 3, the nerd Napoleon Dynamite dude. He actually ended up joining the Airbender Nation, ironically enough. And we see him giving, a tour of, the vines and everything. And vines start attacking, and immediately what you're going to think is, oh yeah, it's because Kuvira's fucking with the forest. The swamp, and yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. It kidnaps them, and then it ends up kidnapping Jinora, and of course Tenzin's worried that's his daughter. Korra tries to figure out what she needs to do. Her and Mako are doing stuff. She can't enter the spirit world, though. As soon as she tries, she's blocked by those visions of Zahir once again. So what ends up happening is she wants to just straight up visit Zahir, and while all this is happening, you have Fire Lord Izumi, I'm not sure what her name was. And I really liked her stance on all of this, because she didn't want to just invade Kuvira. She didn't want to just attack because of the Fire Nation's history. just a real tiny 100-year war that they kind of, are regretting for the rest of their lives. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I obviously understand her stance. Tenzin seems a little too pacifist about this, but, whatever. It's okay. And actually, the president, for once, is actually being smart and wanting to take action, but he's holding back and just kind of setting up guard. And Opal and Beifong want to just straight up rescue, because that's their family. They want to, gun for this, and they're doing on a secret mission. And all the while, Bolin is trying to, patch things up with her, but she's still really mad for him working for Kuvira. Varric, once again, funny. He's like, I owned that building. I can blow up my own property, can't I? Funny as fuck. Or it's a super weapon. Like a weapon, but super. He's hilarious as always. Bolin was pretty funny in this episode. Once again, we started to see more of the classic comedic Bolin. He wasn't as serious anymore in this episode, which is nice to see. He still has that, he's still taking things seriously, but he still has that humorous side. And he ends up deciding to go with Opal and Beifong on their secret mission to rescue the family. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's going to definitely do that because he's trying to patch things up with her. And what ends up happening with Korra is visit Zahir, and Zahir's always been awesome. And people, two things I'm going to mention that I don't understand why people they get this, they complain about this. I was reading how people were complaining that Korra, like Zahir helped Korra so easily. Like, who said Zahir had a grudge? Like, who, like, yeah, he's a bad guy, but he was just trying to create peace, not peace, he was trying to create freedom through, like, chaos. Like, there should be no structure and all this stuff, and it was just an extreme. But who says he holds a grudge? Like, who says he has to hate Korra? You see the look, I'm going to show right here, screenshot. That look on his face when Korra says, you created one of the worst dictators the world's ever seen. He knows what he fucking caused, and he knows that he needs to help Korra to stop her because he's imprisoned. I also liked his line where he said, I attained flight and now I'm chained to the ground. That was really cool. I mean, Zahir is just, he's fucking awesome. I love the guy. And what he ends up doing is helping Korra and kind of coaches her through embracing the, you know, nightmare she's been having, embracing the vision, just saying, let it play out. It happened, move past it, become stronger. You know, you were defeated, or she wasn't defeated, but she was brought down to such, you know, a shitty state, and, you know, you just gotta accept it and move on. And yeah, he just basically gives her that kind of words of wisdom, gets her to the spirit world, she rescues everybody, she reconnects with Rava. I don't know if this means she can talk to her past lives. That'd be cool if she could. But yeah, but I mean, people were complaining. Like, people didn't understand, like, oh, why would Zahir help her? That look, like I said, and people also complained in Season 3, how can Zahir be so good at airbending already? Gee, I don't know. He only studied airbending. Like, he only studied fucking, you know, that one dude's teachings and everything, and learned the flight and all that. And all he had to do was apply the airbending he just learned to his already great martial arts. And boom, you've got some pretty damn good airbending. It's not full-blown mastery. I mean, Tenzin still was kicking his ass until his friends came in. But yeah, he could airbend proficiently by adding it to his martial arts. See, I don't understand why people, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why people don't understand. But whatever. Yeah. So, anyway, I suppose that's the entire episode. What did I think of it? Really good development for Korra's character. Really good development for Zahir's character. Bolin, kind of character development here and there. Story progression. Setup, mainly. Pretty much a setup episode, so there isn't a ton of story progression, but that's usually how setup episodes are. They are set up for further story progression, so, you know. Overall, though, I think it's a well-written episode. I think it's really well done. I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10 and give it a very good episode of The Legend of Korra. So, yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of The Legend of Korra in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, and follow me on Instagram.